Imagine walking into an arena, the anticipation in the air, fans wearing merch, and reciting lyrics by heart. It's the dream of every artist to perform in packed venues, connecting with their audience through the power of live music. Yet, in recent years, an unexpected trend has surfaced. Many rappers, despite dominating streaming charts, are struggling to sell tickets. This isn't just a music industry hiccup, though. It's a symptom of deeper shifts in how audiences consume music, the economics of live entertainment, and what fans value most today. While some artists, particularly from the old school rap era, consistently sell out arenas, others, often younger and equally talented, face empty seats and canceled tours. What's causing this paradox? In today's video, we're unpacking this phenomenon. To explore why rappers are struggling to sell tickets, we'll break into 7 key themes, starting with how live music is evolving. Let's start with the post-pandemic live music boom. After 2 years of cancellations and delays, 2022 and 2023 have been the year of musical revenge. Artists flooded the market with new tours, from intimate club performances to grand arena spectacles. Fans eager to make up for lost time initially embraced the resurgence, but enthusiasm has since wandered. The problem? Oversupply. The source highlights that even some of the biggest names in hip-hop, such as Chance the Rapper, have struggled to keep up with the intense competition in an oversaturated market. But why oversupply? Streaming platforms like Spotify and YouTube, while democratizing music access, have also increased the pressure on artists to remain constantly visible. A hot single can mean top charts one month, but by the next month, the audience is clamoring for something new. This means more albums, more tours, and more competition for the fans' attention. For fans, this abundance is exhausting. They have limited time, energy, and money to attend concerts. Younger audiences, though, who often comprise hip-hop's primary demographic, are particularly selective. If Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and Cardi B all announce tours in the same season, fans are forced to make a tough decision. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room: ticket prices. Over the last decade, attending concerts has become increasingly more expensive. According to Reuters, the average ticket price for major tours rose from $91.86 in 2019 to a staggering $122.84 in 2023. Add that to the service fees, parking, concessions, and merch, and you've got a night that could cost hundreds of dollars. For hip-hop's younger audience, many whom are students and early career professionals, these prices are simply out of reach. Consider Sexy Red's canceled tour dates due to low ticket sales, a clear sign that rising costs have pushed fans away. But why are prices rising? It's a combination of inflation, artist demand, and monopolistic control by the companies like Ticketmaster. These corporations dominate ticketing, often inflating prices through dynamic pricing, which adjusts rates based on demand. Artists like Taylor Swift have fought back, advocating for transparency and fair pricing. In hip-hop, however, fewer artists take such stands, leading to the perception that some rappers are out of touch with their fans' financial realities. Streaming numbers don't always translate to sold-out shows, a lesson many rappers are learning the hard way. In the streaming era, an artist can boost billions of plays, but still fail to fill a 5,000-seat venue. Why is this the case? First, streaming platforms reward singles over albums. A rapper might have 1 or 2 viral hits, but lack a cohesive body of work that fosters long-term fan loyalty. For example, many newer rappers rely on TikTok trends to catapult songs to fame, but these fleeting moments don't necessarily build a committed fan base willing to pay for a live experience. Second, streaming success often skews globally. An artist might have millions of listeners in a diverse market, but unless they tour strategically, they'll struggle to identify where their most engaged fans are located. And lastly, live performances require more than just great music, they demand showmanship. Legacy acts like Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar excel because they've mastered the art of creating unforgettable live experiences. For many young rappers, however, the transition from studio to stage remains a challenge. And you can really tell, especially with the younger artists, because a lot of them just play the backtracks and, just sort of walk around stage and dance a little bit and, maybe look at the crowd. But they're not really engaging or putting on an act. And you can tell that not much rehearsal, preparation, and just overall enthusiasm is there versus an older artist or just an artist who's more into the live aspect of being a full artist is going to pour a lot more resources into having backup dancers, into having an actual performance set up, and rather than just occasionally rapping over the backtrack, which can get really frustrating for fans. Another common pitfall is poor venue selection. Ambition is admirable, but it must be grounded in reality. Booking an arena that has 20,000 seats when your fan base only supports 5,000 can lead to embarrassing cancellations and damaged reputations. Nicki Minaj, one of the most successful rappers in the world, faced this issue during her European tour, where thousands of tickets were unsold. Similarly, Lauryn Hill blamed canceled shows on media sensationalism, but the underlying issue was mismatch between her perceived draw and the actual ticket demand. Why does this happen? Streaming metrics, social media followers, and industry hype often inflate an artist's perceived popularity. Agents and promoters eager to maximize profits may encourage artists to aim for larger venues that they can't realistically fill. And a good example of an artist who did this right is going to be Yeat, because when Yeat went on his first tour, first of all, he refused to do Rolling Loud. He did not do Rolling Loud for, I think this last Rolling Loud was the first time he popped out, actually. It's been like 2-3 years where he's been in the spotlight. No. He did Rolling Loud a couple years ago, but before his first tour, he refused to do it and he just turned it down altogether. And when he did his first tour, he was doing small venues that can only hold a couple thousand people versus, a rising artist like him could have been doing 5,000 to 7,500 or 5,000 to 7,500 people venues, but he chose to do those 1,500 people venues to have a more intimate experience and to really hone in on his live performance before going, to that big stage and just having thousands of people watching you. It's good for a growing artist to be able to grow their live audience with their ability to perform. So if you have those small intimate venues, you're going to have a better chance of just having better performances because you're actually focusing on putting together a good show. It's a lot more intimate, so you're not as stressed and you're not as worried of messing up or whatever. So I feel like doing those small intimate shows can definitely boost an artist's career. And as we've seen with Yee, he's just continued to grow bigger and bigger. And I think a big attribute to that is him doing those smaller venues when he was an up-and-coming artist. But while newer rappers are struggling, many old school artists are thriving. Tours by Wu-Tang Clan, Nas, and Snoop Dogg often sell out, proving longevity and nostalgia have enduring appeal. Why do legacy acts succeed? Their fans have grown with them, often entering higher income brackets that allow discretionary spending on concerts. Additionally, these artists have decades of experience creating memorable live shows. Older artists also benefit from emotional connections that their music evokes. Fans attend these concerts not just for the music, but for the memories it represents, something newer artists have yet to build. And we can't ignore the broader economic context. With inflation driving up costs for essentials, many fans are cutting back on entertainment expenses. Even devoted hip hop fans might prioritize streaming subscriptions over concert tickets. Moreover, today's younger generation often values experiences over material goods, but they're also discerning. If a concert doesn't promise a unique, transformative experience, they're likely to pass, which this recent past year has definitely shown a lot of that, as a lot of artists have been canceling shows. And it's because, honestly, you look at, seeing a Lil Baby coming to, or actually Lil Baby's been putting a little more work in on his shows and, having dancers and everything and having a good performance. But let's say an artist like Young Nudie. If an artist like Young Nudie comes out, yeah, you're going to be excited to go, $30-$40 ticket. But you're going to think about it and be like, is he really going to perform? I actually went to a live Nudie show recently. I'll play a clip and it's like, did bro even perform? He more so just stood on stage and, granted it was a quote unquote free show. It definitely can deter fans from going if you're not giving a full good experience, especially when money is tight for a lot of people. You're not going to want to spend, $100-$200 to go see somebody just stand around on a stage from, far tickets or whatever. And finally, let's discuss the role of the media. Negative press Whether it's canceled shows, declining sales, or controversies can significantly impact ticket sales. Lauryn Hill's comments about media sensationalism highlight this dynamic. For newer rappers, maintaining a positive public image is critical. Scandals or even perceived indifference towards fans can erode trust, making it harder to sell tickets. The challenges rappers face in selling tickets stem from a combination of market saturation, rising costs, streaming dynamics, and shifting audience priorities. While these hurdles are significant, they're not insurmountable. By focusing on fan engagement, strategic touring, and creating unforgettable live experiences, rappers can bridge the gap between digital success and live performances. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a future upload. It helps me out a ton, and I'm currently on that grind to 10K subscribers, so it'll really help me get there. If you do subscribe, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you watched the video all the way through, remember to drop a like. I really appreciate you sticking all the way around. And with that being said, I got nothing else for y'all, so I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.